right, you guys, let's cut right to the chase. We know why you're here, so let's go ahead and dive right into this rhinestone tool feature that will now be available in Leonardo Design Studio Pro. So please be sure that you are a pro subscriber. The subscription is $8.99 a month. Right now, it's $8.99 per month. And with that subscription, it will allow you to now be able to do the rhinestone tool feature. Okay. So let's click on design and go ahead and give this puppy a try. So what we're going to do now is we are going to just draw a square on our desktop. Nothing fancy, just a simple square. And down here in our toolbar, normally this would be a build contour and it would just be this star with an outline. But you now will be able to go over and click on rhinestones. Yay! So let's dive into this and see what these options are. So the first tab, there are two tabs here. Your first tab up here says rhinestone size. So you can do a solid preview to let you see what rhinestones would look like, kind of like a mock-up, if you will. And it'll let you see what these stones look like. Or if you prefer not, you can uncheck this box and you will just get your basic circles if that's what you would prefer. If you do the solid preview, you can come over here and one option is choose a color from over here in the color drop down box, or you can pick a predetermined color right here in the color list. Down below that is rhinestone size. So you have set sizes all the way from SS0 to SS75. We here at the Baby's Booty source our rhinestones at SS10 and SS6. So what I'm going to do is, for the time being, select SS10. Now down here where it says stone size, this is talking about the actual diameter of the rhinestone itself. And then extra padding is right here. And then a total size shape, 3.25 millimeters. So you can adjust this, if you will, to give yourself a little less space around the stone to fit a nice tighter hole, or you can make it a little looser. It's entirely up to you. Down here is very helpful. This is your cost calculator. You can use this to see what it would cost you to create a rhinestone template by putting in what your cost of your rhinestones would be. Or if you are one who sells rhinestone shirts or items with rhinestones on them, you can put what you would normally charge a customer per stone. And then this gives you your final total cost of however many stones it is in that part of the design. Right here, this square will have 795 stones in this fill pattern. So that will charge our customer $23.85 for 795 rhinestones. All right, let's go to this second tab up here, fit and fill options. You can choose border only, fill only, or rhinestone vector. So the border only, of course, is just the border around the shape that you choose. Fill only, of course, fills in the shape that you choose. Or rhinestone vector, which is both. It'll give you your fill and it'll give you a border. How cool is that? Let's start with border only. Now, please notice that when you select border only, notice this says fit to border options. So this is lit up, whereas this is grayed out. That's because this is for fill options. We didn't choose fill only, we chose border. So this is grayed out for now. And under our border options, you can choose to offset, which of course means that it's not set directly on the border. It's off of the actual where the stone should set. So you have a distance here of 0.128. You can increase that with the up arrows, or you can type in the distance that you actually want, or you can just take offset off altogether and it will go around the actual square with the stones centered directly on the border. With offset, or not offset, you can fit your stones equally. So notice this box is already checked. So if you uncheck it, notice you got a little extra space down here. It's not even because this is off. So if you fit equally, it fills everything in super nice and easy. And then you can even optimize it to get in even a little bit tighter of a fit. So you have that, which is super nice of an option. So that's border only. Let's go to fill only. So with fill only, now this lights up down here because these are your fill options, and this up here is grayed out. That's because this is only for the border. So with fill options, you have your grid fill, which we are used to seeing quite frequently. You have your hex fill, which is like your honeycomb grid. And then you have smart fill, which smart fill is super cool. It's going to try and optimize the space of the shape and get it to fit in just as good as it can. Okay, so you have your spacing horizontal. You can tighten in your spacing horizontally, or you can loosen it up horizontally. It's entirely up to you. You can also do the same thing vertically, which is super cool. All right, once you determine where you want your spacing to be, which is super important because your spacing, you don't want to go too tight, because if you drop it down too tight, then once you cut this design out in your flock, then your holes might be too close together. And when you go to peel your flock, it'll rip your holes. So you want to do a test cut, which I'll show you here shortly, on what to do to determine what your best spacing is going to be. Now, that's for smart fill. Notice your X position and your Y position is grayed out. That's because this is kind of being smart and determining the best way to fill in this shape itself. All right. But if you do grid fill, which is kind of similar to the hex fill because it's straight lines, notice now this lights up. That's because it's just filling it in based on the shape, but you can make little adjustments if you want to get it to fit just the way you want. Okay. It's not smart. So you're having to do some hard work here. And you can adjust side to side or up and down and do the nudging that you need to do to get that to look exactly how you want it. Another option that I love is the angle. The angle comes in clutch for certain shapes where the design may not fit quite right in a certain nook and cranny. So you can use angle, or you can use angle just like right here. Instead of just your basic blah square, throw a little angle in it and notice how it makes a nice little funky design that you can use for a unique rhinestone design. So this is the rhinestone tool area. Very simple, very easy to use. The cool thing is with a lot of these settings, once you set some of these settings, you can just leave it and not even have to touch it. But you also may want to write down some of your basic settings so that you'll know not to go above or beyond certain settings to get the optimized look that you want for your rhinestone designs. So let's go ahead and we are going to show right here is 928 stones in this shape. Let's hit accept. So now that we've hit accept, notice we don't see that that's how many stones it is in this circle. I mean, in this square. My goodness. So what we're going to do now is let's right click. If you want to know what this is, you can go to paths and you can break paths. And once you break them into the individual stones and you select them all, it'll tell you how many items it is, 928 items. Let's undo. And then let's go back to our rhinestone tool. And notice it didn't do anything. Well, why not? That's because it's already a rhinestone tool. It's already a rhinestone design. So once you turn it into a rhinestone design, you're not going to be able to rhinestone it again. Also, you won't be able to resize it. So whatever size you need your final design to be, that's what you want to create your rhinestone design off of, because as you see, once I made it bigger, the holes got bigger. And that's definitely not going to work because this is our SS10 size hole So if the holes are too big, then your stone is going to flop around in the hole and it's not going to work. Same principle applies if you shrink it. Now these holes are entirely too small for SS10 stones. So you cannot resize it once you get that shape done. Okay. So how do you know what percentage to go with when it comes to bigger or smaller, tighter or looser, right? So what I would suggest is create some squares, not circles. Let's create squares. And we're going to do like maybe a 2x2 square. Well, let's go with a 1x1 square. So now that we have our square, I would say duplicate this square. Let's copy and paste it, or we could duplicate it down here, I believe. Or is it this one? No, it's this one. That's right. We're going to duplicate. Then we're going to duplicate it again, and I'm going to duplicate it again. So what I'm going to do is line these up just so. And they're super small, so it shouldn't take long to cut these out. So let's grab this first one. Let's go to our rhinestone tool. I'm going to take the solid preview off. Only no particular reason why, but just because. Let's go fit and fill. And I'm going to do fill only. And this says 20%. So I'm going to drop this down to 10. And I'm going to leave it at that. All right. So there's that one. So let's grab this one. And we're going to do the exact same thing, except for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to put this at 15%. All right. And then this one we will make 20, and this one we will make 25. And what I would do is cut this out with the flock. Okay. And once you cut this out with a flock, then you can see which one of these squares cut the flock in a sense, in a way that allows you to see just how tight you'll be able to get your stones without causing tearing or ripping in between the holes in your rhinestone flock. So that's a little quick tip that you can do to get your settings just so. All right, because each person is comfortable with their own spacing. I might like a tighter fit. You might like a little bit looser of a fit with your rhinestone templates. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and grab some text. I love impact, so let's go ahead and I'm just going to type my name because that's super simple to do. I'm going to do all caps if I can just type it properly. And I'm going to resize this to the size, the final size of what I want it to be. And really quickly, let's go back to our rhinestone tool. And this time I'm going to do border only. I don't want it to be 0.15. I'm going to do 0.125. It's at a 25% spacing, so I'm going to drop that down to 15, and I'm going to fit the stones equally all the way around. And I think that looks great, so I'm going to hit accept. So let's bring this over, and now I'm going to take this name again, and I'm going to do my rhinestone tool again. And actually, I'm going to match that blue. Let's go fit and fill, and I'm going to do fill only. So this is the grid fill. It's at 15%. Let's see what hex. I love the hex. That looks great. And let's do smart. The smart is cute too. It kind of tightened it up in there. Let's go with hex. And I'm going to click accept. And so now here is my name in hex fill. And then here is the border that I'm going to put around my name. And just that quick, I have a rhinestone design that I absolutely love. So just how simple was that for you to do a rhinestone design? Please take your time, play around with the software, use your fonts that come with your software or that are built into your computer. You got shapes that are available that you can use or make your own shapes. and bring in SVGs and create rhinestone designs off of those. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. I think you will absolutely love playing with the new Leonardo Design Studio Pro rhinestone tool feature because of just how simple it makes creating rhinestone designs. So, just when is this new rhinestone feature going to be released in Leonardo Design Studio Pro? Well, fortunately, it is available for beta testing as of noon today. So, definitely click the link that I have in the description below, because if you click that link, you will be able to be one of the exclusive folks that are able to give this software a test run. Now, what does beta mean? Well, beta just means it's not the full final version of the software, it's just a test version. So, what you can do is click the link, download it, give that rhinestone tool a drive. All right, you can create your rhinestone designs. You can download SVGs, turn those into rhinestone designs, do some of the same things that I just did, save them, cut them out with your Romeo or your Juliet in your rhinestone flock or cardstock, whichever one you choose to use. And you can even brush in stones because you'll have your own template that you've made. So definitely go ahead, give it a shot. Let us know what you think. This gives you the opportunity to weigh in as a rhinestone aficionado and let us know just how you feel about the rhinestone software, if you see any room for improvement, or if you just absolutely love it the way it is. You can weigh in. So definitely click that link below, give it a test drive, and let us know just how you feel. So thank you for coming to hang out with us today. And I love the Leonardo Design Studio Rhinestone tool feature. It is very simple, straightforward, and I think you're going to love it too. And it's a part of your monthly subscription, $8.99. How awesome is that? So definitely give it a shot. Let us know what you think. And until the next time we see you, we hope you have happy rhinestone designing, fam. Holler. Yas, honey. Yas. Have a good day. Bye.